Vampires are all around you, living under your noses, and you have no idea. They hunted humans and humans hunted them. So they struck up the troops to maintain the peace between vampires and humans. Vampires lived in secret, and maybe you have heard some stories about them, but you may have gotten the details wrong. Whilst they became more richer and powerful than you could ever imagine. Till date, they still stick to their rules, and they make sure they operate in their society with these 3 rules. Don't let human knows that we exist. Don't feed on the unwilling. And never enter Boyle Heights without permission. In LA, at Boyle Heights, Benny lived together with his grandma and brother Jay. He was a hard-working gentleman and very good at studies. After lectures he always go home early to do all his assignment, and also helps his other friends with their projects in exchange for money. As low as $40, he's always in hurry to assist some of his friends with their project works and kinds of stuffs. Benny also like music, so in his leisure time, he always finds some time for himself in his mini studio at his house, playing and making music for fun. Benny was also a generous person, although things were very hard for his grandma, so any little money he made he makes sure he brings it back home for his mama. One day his brother Jay came in the house, and he furiously speaking to a friend for help in order to take his duties from work and drive some errands he has assigned by his bosses. Jay seems to be very angry and trying to seek for revenge for his late fiancée Stella, since Victor, a vampire, took her from his car in the previous night. Benny approached Jay and asked of the car to drive to offer help for his elder brother to solve his relationship problems, but Jay seems having trusting issues with his brother Benny, as he called him a bad driver. He refused to give him the car, but Benny insisted severely until Jay finally gave him the keys. Benny was very happy to given such an expensive car to drive, so he put on his suits and dressed very well as he was giving some instructions about how to use the car from Jay. He started the car and head Beverly Hills. On the road he was very happy, smiling and playing music while he had been instructed not to do so. Benny seems to enjoying his best moments on his life. Whilst driving the luxurious car given by his brother Jay, he reached Beverly Hills very late when the time was almost about 9:30 p.m. He actually lost his way, the direction and the exact location he was given, but instead of returning the car to Jay he tried finding another way, and unluckily he got spotted by 2 beautiful girls who also work for Victor, Cindy and Mawel. Even though he's not Jay, the driver of the car, but however Benny insisted that he's the driver and also the owner of the car. He quickly opens the car gate and allows these 2 deadly creatures in. He asked their locations and where they will be hitting at for the night. Mawel, Victor's girlfriend, gave Benny 5 addresses they will be roaming till the next morning. On the way they assured him they will give him huge sum of money if he's able to drive them very safely and stick to the rules. Cindy intentionally asked Benny what will he do if the day was the last time on the earth. Benny answered he has not thought about it and he doesn't even want to think about that. Mawel also came and asked Benny if he's to kill one, who will he kill? Benny answered he will kill Mawel and leave Cindy. It seems more like a game, but Benny was a bit nervous and worried as they reached the first location. Cindy and Mawel stepped out of the car and asked Benny to keep eye on the car. Benny in the car took a quick nap and heard scream afar. He stepped out the car and found a gem on the floor. At the same moments, the 2 friends mysterious approached him and asked him to drive them to the next location. Benny took Cindy and Mawel to the new location. When the 2 left, one of them left her phone in the car and the phone started to ring. Victor was the one sending messages about how to kill Jay. Benny, who has assumed to be the position of his brother Jay, was actually panicking and decided to call his brother, but he couldn't reach his brother's phone. Meanwhile, a cop were searching and scanning the cars around the area. Frightened, Benny quickly got out from his car and run after Cindy and Mawel. In a secret entrance, he reached to a higher standard hotel. He was threatened to send to jail, but he accidentally showed the gem found. He was then addressed as Sir as they showed him a secret room. He then discovered the two friends were all over some two guys sucking their bloods in the room. In a vamp's move, Mawel took up Benny trying to suck his blood, but Benny shouted out loud, "I'm not Jay but his brother." Mawel put him down as she felt disappointed. She tried to do it anyway, but Cindy asked her not to do it because having Benny as a hostage will draw them closer to Jay.